Good morning, everyone. Today we are discussing about export trade. Export, the term which is all about selling your goods and services out of the country, where that particular seller, one who is selling the goods and services to other country, is to be called as exporter. And we do have two different types. One it is about physical, another one it is deemed. So into the physical export, if goods are getting sold physically between the countries, then it should be called as a physical export. Whereas deemed export, if the goods and services are supplied to another entity of that particular country, then it is to be called as a deemed export. So here in the physical export, maybe all the amount of transactions with respect to the documentation work, quality check, everything is going to take place physically. Whereas deemed export, yes, the company belongs to some other country where they are doing the transactions in that particular home country of that company. Whereas they are doing their business here in some other host country, and during that time this particular transaction is to be called as a export between two different countries. That's the reason deemed export term is going to get raised. And the next topic today is about advantages and disadvantages of export. Into the advantages of export, we can very easily identify that sales potential can be identified very easily and that can be increased, because when you are trying to do the exporting activities, it is very much sure you need to satisfy the demand in your home country, as well as you need to extend your market to host country also, in the sense where you would like to establish for the sales as a new country. Correct? So here you are going to match the needs of both the countries, then absolutely your sales is going to get increased. Second point is about it reduces the risk and balancing growth. Very much sure. It is not necessary such like every country need to have the same stability in their respective productive activities. Some of the country may lose their strength in between and their currency value may get dilute in the market. So during that time, having alternative countries in the list may go for helping us, acting as like a supportive hand. In case if one country is not acting as like a customer, at least a few more other countries will be there on the top of the scale just to push our products and make the sales revenue out of that. And the third point is about it increases the production capacity. It's the first point only I was discussing, where you would like to need to satisfy both home and host country. That is going to create automatically the production capacity will get enhanced. Gain new knowledge and experience. Yes, so with the help of export, you may go for having a comparative note between two different countries where you can able to understand how far you are better compared with some other countries' companies. So that is going to be one of the approach where you can able to satisfy that country's needs, desires, aspirations based upon your existing values. That is how your knowledge and experience will get best compared to others. But the process of export has certain disadvantages. The first point is about extra cost. Very much true. See, for each and every commodity which is getting produced has its own production cost. Okay, and you will be having certain set or standard for production, whereas in case if you would like to increase the production, absolutely true that you need to pay something extra to your employees, correct? So you need to come up with a better quality of raw materials, correct? You need to have a better amount of packaging, packing, because the standard need to be maintained. But in case if you are getting best and best amount of price, you are the winner. Otherwise, question mark will be there. The cost need to be bared by yourself in the initial stage till the time you are going to establish in that market. That cost need to be bared. Second point, the financial risk. Yes, when you are going to do this kind of physical export activities, assume that in your country only that proposed quality is not being accepted in the gate pass one by your quality assurance committee. Don't you think so? The whole product, bulky, that particular product, what you have produced is going to be waste. That's one possibility of financial risk. Second point, maybe after that shipment is being reached to the importer, to your client, by chance if he is rejecting, then maybe the whole order is going to get cancelled, correct? The investment what you had put will be vanish completely. That complete transaction value itself is going to be zero, correct? So we need to be careful into doing all these export activities, even export licenses and documents. Very much true. Maybe people they are going to tell, even of course your teacher also will tell that license and documents are going to protect ourselves from any kind of barriers, whereas if that license and document is not in a proper order, then we will be in danger. Very true. Maybe assume that now today it is July 1st, and maybe your export license is going to get expired by the month of September. Assumption. Okay, so you have received one of the order where that particular order need to be delivered in the month of September itself, and as you are thinking that anyway till the month of September I do have this license value, no problem with me. But by mistake, pandemic, this corona will get increase, and your importer will tell that right now I am not in a position to receive your product because here in our country lockdown is there for next by month or else 1 month period of the time. Then what will be the situation? You need to supply this. You need to complete this shipment activity in the month of October. Will you think so that within that particular month period of the time only you can able to complete your license activities? Correct? So it may take about 20 days, a month period of the time to reach to the better level. So risk is associated. Market information. What kind of product you are supplying, that is based upon the demand expected by your importer. So you have not understood what exactly the market expectation is all about. Many people they are going to struggle in this. The question will be there in their mindset. So since almost a decade period of the time I'm there in the market, I'm exporting my goods and services, whereas I'm not able to reach not even 1% of market share. What happened exactly? Truly speaking, once you are going to get settled within a year or so, a couple of years period of the time, you need to start thinking as like an importer, and you need to do the market survey in that particular country. What exactly the requirement over there? You need to give that feedback to your importer, correct? So that your sales can get enhanced. You can able to make a proper amount of brand accommodation, that is to be called as brand positioning, in that country very easily. But if you are not going to do this homework of market information, maybe you're going to struggle, because you will be most depending upon importers' orders. Correct? So, with this note, today we people have completed the export trade, its meaning, types, advantages, and disadvantages. Thank you so much to everyone.